we're going into the middle of the Atlantic to the Azores Islands, part of Portugal. Yes, due to your Portuguese heritage.
Oh, darling.
And again, we've gone back to our Wanderlust wine.
Yes.
And we've got this wonderful white wine, which I'm going to look at my notes because I know I'm going to like mispronounce certain things. So basically, this winery, I'm really sorry for pronunciation. The Adega do Volcão was founded in 2008 on the island of Faial near the Capelinhos volcano. And this volcano, you can see, like, you should check out their Instagram. It's amazing. It was formed in 1957 following an eruption that began at sea a mile off the coast. And basically, the sand and the ash which was expelled during this volcanic eruption, it lasted for 1 year. And it kind of created this kind of like volcanic lava ash terroir, and that's where most of the grapes come from. So it's 2 different vintages made from the local grape. It's called, again, I can't pronounce it, Amek Shambar, and then IG Acores or Azores. I don't know how I'm even meant to pronounce that.
Well, I don't know. What is that little?
The little
Azores.
Thank you, team. So it says IG Azores because they had their own appellation. And then it's the Orinto dos Açores. So Orinto dos Açores, it's different to the Orinto grape, which you get in Portugal. So when on mainland Portugal, this is actually specific to the island, and it is a pretty hardy grape.
Yeah, I can
hence,
imagine.
like growing and
There you go.
thriving.
Your pronunciation was fantastic. It was perfect.
But you should check out, so IG Azores is produced from native grapes grown in 2 different areas from the 2018 and 2019 vintage, each with its own special uniqueness, the volcanic ash of the Capelinhos and the basaltic mantle of Cricau Velha, because they also work with another island, the island of Pico, and they have like their villa there is apparently on this UNESCO heritage site. I just want to go. I've been following this winery on Instagram, and I just thought you are so curious.
Why
this ties
have you not
into
gone?
I know.
Well, what
need
are they
to go.
called again? What's
So
the
the
winery
name of the
called?
winery is called Adega do Volcão.
Adega do Volcão.
Yeah, I probably mispronounced.
You've got to go.
Yeah,
You've
I've got to go.
Adega do Volcão. Please have Amelia as soon as possible because
But
you won't regret it.
the wines are just so. Even though this is like for me, when you smell, you'll see what I mean. Like you are vigorously transported to those islands. Like just do the swirly, sniffy thing, and when you put your nose in there, it is like. Because, they're surrounded by, they've got the salinity from the saline breezes, and then there's a kind of flintiness, a kind of, which you can...
Yeah, it is very stony, isn't it?
Stony, not quite smoky, because, like, it's different to Etna wine, like, from Mount Etna, like, which kind of, it's almost like kind of smoky. It's a different kind of volcanic thing going on, but... Yeah, you can just tell, like, wow. And, like, you can pick up some citrusy notes and whatever, but really, it's that sense of place which comes across so powerfully on the nose. And then when you taste...
You go first. Tell us, genius that you are. Come on, tell us. Transport us vigorously.
No pressure.
Come on.
How have the tables turned?
Take us, yes, exactly. Take us to the Azores. Come on, Amelia. You're flying now, aren't you? Yes, we're flying. We're just over Ireland, coming out.
I can taste those salt breezes.
You can, yes.
I can taste that kind of
You seem
flinty
positively-
minerality on that basalt mantle on that
Volcanic,
island of Pico.
yeah. Oh my
yes.
God, I can see it in your eyes.
And it's like pristine fruit, like because there's plenty of fruit there. There's depth, but there is definitely something else going on.
It tastes. It doesn't taste. I haven't tasted it yet, by the way. But if you if you have a very brief whiff, it's like a bonfire.
Yeah, that is when you get the
Right?
smokiness. It's interesting. Like that's actually a really good observation because like I was like shoving my nose, and that's like when like the saline thing and the flinty stuff. But you're right. If you just like do like a little whiffy thing,
You get. It's like
it
ash
is more like ash. Yeah.
but burning bark. All right, and now I'm gonna have a taste.
But it's really mouth filling. Like I love it. Like we've now gone on in terms of our skimmed milk, our semi-skimmed milk. This isn't quite in like custard cream level, but it's like
I'm also very grateful to you. I mean, this. Well, the second was an orange wine, but we haven't had a red wine, have we? Which I rather like. I think I rather like that. I told you that probably.
Well, I know that you said you were more of a white person,
love
and you like
red,
minerality.
but I like
and talking
this
of
kind of-
minerality,
yeah.
like this is like freaking intense.
Yeah.
But I was like, if anyone can handle this, it would be Seb.
I don't know. I mean, yes, maybe. Why is it that white wine, is this a myth, or does white wine, it's a different kind of hangover, isn't it? Why does white wine give you a different kind of headache to red wine? Is that true, or is that just me dreaming?
Some people have reactions to red wine. Like, so, you know, like I definitely have Asian friends who get like a red flush.
Right.
Like they literally just need one sip. And that
then
tends to
their
be,
skin tone
yeah,
changes.
and that can come from the histamines and like the grape skins and that kind of thing. I think a lot of hangovers is just simply dehydration. So like when people say, oh, I can't have dessert wine because I get the worst hangovers, I'm like, no, that was just the last thing you drank on like a boozy night out. And like it's actually, it's about hydration.
It's about hydration.
Yeah.
This is fabulous.
Yeah. How would you describe it on the taste? So, like, because it doesn't taste like smoke on the palate. Like, it's very textured. It's very full-bodied. I think you do get lovely, like, you do get that. You can imagine the salty breezes on the Atlantic because there is that slight coquettish saline thing on the finish, and there's a brightness. But there's plenty of, I would say, like,
I think it's. I would.
citrus there.
Yeah, it's. There is a lightness. I think maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I really like. I like white wine more and more, like whiter wines.
Yeah.
Because you can get body,
The body and the structure,
we've got here, but
yeah.
you also get a kind
That
of
brightness,
freshness,
yeah.
and a brightness. You're probably going to kill me now, but
Never.
oftentimes
Not on camera.
But no, not yes. As soon as we cut, but, I put ice sometimes in red wine.
Oh, in red wine. I mean, I love chilled.
It's gonna
Well,
kill me.
I was like,
Yeah.
No.
No, not in good red wine, really.
No,
but
no.
you know,
Okay,
I mean,
no,
just
but-
something. There's
but don't you have a
about
chill
something
red?
being chilled. Yes, a chilled red. I should.
That's what I would do. Like I love chilled red.
Right, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I love that. And for summer, and
My
by,
fridge isn't big enough, you see. So yes, chilled
whereas
red.
all of my fridge is wine. Priorities.
Yeah, quite right. Do you put? I mean, what red wines can you put in the fridge? Do you
I
think?
mean, again, there's no shoulds, but generally, why I would put a red wine into the fridge for just like 20 minutes or so is a lighter red with lovely perfume and not too high in alcohol or tannins, because by putting it in the cold, that will exacerbate the tannin-like structure, that grippy sensation on your tongue. You will notice the alcohol more, you'll notice the acid more. So that's why people tend to put Pinot Noir in the fridge. They put Beaujolais in the fridge. A Spanish grape I like doing it with is like Mencia. But yeah, anything which is around like 12, 13% alcohol and which is known to be light, bright, juicy with a nice perfume, by putting it in the fridge for 20 minutes, it'll like pep up all of those qualities.
Right.
And then also what's so great is as it warms up in the glass, you can then appreciate maybe other qualities.
Yeah.
If it stays in your glass long enough.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah.
I mean, I have to say this is really. I mean, I know nothing, but this is so interesting. This wine, it's so, and that word is an ugly word these days, but I mean that in the most positive way.
It's a soulful
really,
wine.
Really interesting and delicious, actually.
Yeah, so this one,
I love the label.
the label is great and the story, which is why I wanted to read from the label because they tell their story so well. And as I say, you should follow them on Instagram. But I also, I did want something from Portugal because I know that you have Portuguese and Indian heritage.
Yeah.
And I decided to go for Portugal, even though India now is making quite a bit of wine.
Are they really?
I want to go over there too for the wine.
Wow.